How's it going, people? It's Charlie, and welcome back to another instalment of Bite-Size Leeds on the Chatting Leeds YouTube channel. Hope everyone's doing all right this morning, as always. Just before I get into it, smash that like button, please subscribe and share all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below, and let's get into the video. So then, guys, first up, let's touch upon the breaking news that broke last night, and that Leeds United have signed their first player of the January transfer window, and he goes by the name of Mateo Joseph Fernandez, and he is an 18-year-old Spanish striker, and we've signed him from Espanyol on a 4-year contract, and he will initially join up with our under-23 squad. This does look like that Sam Greenwood will leave Leeds United on a loan deal to a team in the EFL, but I'll touch upon that shortly. First of all, let's talk about Mateo Joseph Fernandez. As I said, we've signed him from Espanyol. He's Spanish and he's only 18 years old, so he's still a really young player. Leeds have beaten off the likes of Man City and Barcelona to secure his signature, which for me is a huge positive, that he sees Leeds United as a club that he can further his game and further his development and improve his all-round game. And hopefully we do see him in our first team sometime in the future. We all know that an under-23s player always joins, and they're in the under-23s for like a year or two in order for them to try and break through, and then hopefully they will get their opportunity. If Bielsa is to leave at the end of the season, who knows what the future holds for some of our under-23s. But let's hope that Bielsa does stay, even though me personally, I don't think he will. I think he will go. But that's a story for another upload, I assume. But this kid looks like he's got everything. I can totally understand why Leeds get linked with the certain players that we do, because they're just proper ballers. I know he's only 18, but he looks really physical for his age. He scores goals, obviously, as a striker should. But I think technically his all-round play is very good as well, and he's got potential to be a very good signing for Leeds in the long term. The only kind of disappointing thing about this signing is that it's not a proper first-team signing. I'm just eager to see who Leeds can bring in this window. But no disrespect to Fernandez, he seems like a real top player. And as I said, hopefully he can break through. Look at the likes of Gellert and people like that. Look at the standing ovation and the noise that Gellert got the other night. Hopefully he can have that himself one day if he proves himself in the under-23s. The under-23s have got a bit of a strong following at our club, and there's a lot of people that watch them. I myself don't really watch them, I will openly admit, but I might start doing now because we've got some good young talent in that under-23 setup. And hopefully he will add to that and he can improve his game, and hopefully we see him in the future then. As I briefly touched upon earlier as well, it does look like that Sam Greenwood will leave Leeds United on a loan deal until the end of the season to a team in the EFL, probably the Championship. I have previously touched upon this in an upload that Forest were linked with him. I'm not sure if it is Forest that he is being linked to this time, but it is a team in the EFL. And good luck to him. I think his development into the first team has not quite been the same as a Gellert. Gellert, for me, is just that bit more clinical in front of goal. Greenwood's done amazing things in our under-23s, but I don't think he's quite ready for our first team yet, and that's fine. He is only young. I just feel like he would benefit hugely from playing week in, week out in a tough physical league in the Championship. Leeds know all too well how hard that league is. So again, hopefully he will benefit from that, and if he comes back, his Leeds United career can keep on improving. And finally, on this instalment of Bite-Size Leeds, guys, I just thought I'd touch upon an absolute nonsense story that I've seen, and that is apparently, and I say apparently, Klich and Rodrigo are going to leave this month. I know, what a load of rubbish that is. Klich, yeah, he has been in poor form so far this season, but he played really well against Burnley, and I'm hoping now that he can kick on from there. Rodrigo, again, club record signing who's not exactly set the world alight as of yet. But last season he had COVID and injuries, etc. But he did look really good when he come back towards the end of last season. And this season he's had the odd injury as well. But I think him and Rafinha are starting to form a really good understanding and a good partnership whenever they play together. Hopefully we can see a lot more from Rodrigo. And I personally do think that he will improve the more that he gets played. 100%. You can only get better the more that you play under Marcelo Bielsa. And as I've said, that link-up play with Rafinha, Bamford, and possibly Dan James as well, there's definitely more to come from him. I just thought it was an absolute nonsense story, let's just say, in nice terms. Those two are not going anywhere. Our depth is so poor at the minute. We haven't signed any first team options yet. If we were to let them two go, I know it won't happen, but let's just, if we were going to let them go, I mean, what other options would we have? People might not like these players. I do like them personally, but even if you don't, what other option have we got if we let these players go? Let's be real here. Fair enough, if we had more options, you could argue it, I guess. But nah, those two are not going anywhere for me. So then, that brings us to the end of this instalment of Bite-Size Leeds. I really hope that you've all enjoyed it. As I said at the beginning, people, smash that like button. Please subscribe if you're brand new. Share all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. And I will see you in the next upload, people. Thank you very much for watching, as always.